premiering, so I'm gonna probably want to go with the more sensible choice. Thanks. So I would say Robbie. But I do think it's really fun playing both because who doesn't love triangles? There's been, some real good famous love triangles in television and movies. And I don't know, I think there's something really interesting about her having that friendship, that pull with Robbie, where you always wonder, is it going to really happen? Are they going to, actually make this a good relationship? And then having Glenn on the side kind of, steps in out of nowhere, and I think sweeps her off her feet because he's charming, because he's funny, because he's a bad boy, because he's the exact opposite guy she would ever normally go for. But yeah, I think it's really fun. I think it's fun too to hear the fans' opinions. They kind of like, because there's people that are like, what's it playing? I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, it's interesting. Who are you for?
Robbie.
So your character is a very strong empowered woman.
Yeah, she is.
And you've gone through do with all this stuff. Like you saw a really sensitive side of her before she found out she'd been used. But now you've gone through this whole turmoil and being
kidnapped.
You're like this. How is that going to affect her?
I mean, I definitely think it's going to affect her. I mean, even this new episode that starts off our third season, it takes off literally minutes from where we left off, which is cool because we haven't ever done that in a premiere. I think she's definitely rattled by it. She's also kind of scared that there's people that are still out there after her, looking for her. And obviously, being kidnapped is really, really traumatizing. So they definitely talk about that in this episode. And the fact that she just doesn't feel safe. And I don't think she will for a long time. Just having, this secret exposed one way that it is. And knowing that Mr. Boss is still out there and that he's getting away.
We've also, you and, your character and Liv have a really strong relationship, and you don't always see that sort of friendship and strong bond on TV between women. Is that something, and it took you a while to come back and come to peace with it, are we going to see more of their relationship develop and just kind of how close that bond is?
I think that you'll see it more too just because I'm back now living with her as a roommate, which we saw the first season, the kind of second season I was gone, I was hanging out at Major's house a lot, kind of couch surfing, and so now I think her being back at Liv's apartment, and now fully knowing the secret, and I think also with Clive also knowing, I think you're going to see all of the characters come to Liv's apartment as a safe haven where they can all talk openly and game plan basically. But yeah, it is really refreshing to see a good-hearted, kind friendship between two women that isn't a friendship with backstabbing and with manipulation. It is I think a good thing for women to see that in television. And also Rose and I are really good friends in real life, so I think that you kind of can't hide that on camera and on screen. We just have good chemistry together. We know each other for quite a few years. My sister actually did a movie with Rose, so she knew her originally, and then I knew her through my sister. So it works out, but it's not hard to be the best friend to be that character. Any questions?
You spend a lot of time sort of siloed off from the main action. Is there something that you're hoping to
Yeah, I mean, I definitely can have storylines where I'm kind of, just with Liv or just with Blaine and we're in my office. And yeah, I would love to be incorporating even more in some of the pieces or in the morgue. I don't think I'd ever been in the morgue set until the very end of this last season. I didn't even know everything what it looks like, which is so bizarre because it's literally steps away from my trailer. But I was like, oh wait, this is the morgue? It was like, yeah, you've never been in here? I was like, no. Just because I never had any scenes in there because it didn't make sense for me to be in that location. And I didn't even, really know what she was doing in there with her brains. So, yeah, I hope to be involved a little bit more in that. And I think also there'll be more crossover when it comes to Clive and Liv trying to break cases that happen to be something on my desk as a DA that I'm also in charge of. So you'll see more scenes with the three of us together.
Thanks, guys.